Coming up next on this special edition of In the City, we're looking back at some of our important and most popular stories of 2022. The landfill was a hot topic for the city and county in 2022. Also, the hospitality and entertainment company Notes Live is building a music amphitheater off of Medical Center Parkway. Plus, Murfreesboro hosted the 2022 Miracle League All-Star Game, where special needs players came from all across the country. And a Murfreesboro police officer was Johnny on the spot for one elderly woman. We'll tell you all about those stories and more coming up right now on this special edition of In the City. Welcome to this special edition of In the City, where we're looking back at some of our important and popular stories of 2022. I'm Michael Linn White. August 10th, 2022, Mayor McFarland and the City Council made an announcement considering Republic Services, the company that manages Middle Point Landfill.
Today, the Murfreesboro City Council voted to take decisive action against the owners and operators of the Middle Point Landfill. After consultation with legal counsel, the City Council voted to file a federal lawsuit against Republic Services Incorporated and two of its subsidiaries, BFI Waste Services of Tennessee, LLC, and Republic Services of Tennessee, LLC. That lawsuit has been filed today in the U.S. District Court in Nashville. Since September 2021, when the city opened an online odor complaint portal, the city has received over 2,000 detailed complaints related to Middle Point Landfill. These complaints were received after multiple public assurances from Republic a year ago that the odor problems would be gone.
In 2022, the mayor addressed the specific issue the city is facing with the landfill and Republic Services.
I think that we all should agree that we should be able to peacefully enjoy our houses that are in northeast, northwest, even in downtown Murfreesboro, in Las Casas and Milton. We should be able to open our doors and not smell Republic's failure at the landfill. And I mean, that's just common sense. So when we're talking about future solutions, it's really a three-pronged approach. We need to talk about current operations and odor at Republic. That's number one. Got to fix that. Number two is, what do we do with solid waste moving forward? And we're working on that. And that third option is really where we want to continue partnering with our county partners, but what's the county going to do with their existing county landfill that's an unlined landfill? I think those are three separate issues, and that's really what we're working towards, all of those.
With reports of Middle Point Landfill being at capacity in as early as 3 years, the mayor explains the direction the City Council is moving to handle solid waste going forward.
The City Council back in June of last year, we allocated $55,000 to pay for engineering to this company called WastAway. And what WastAway does, they take municipal solid waste and they convert that into pelletized biosolid fuel. And it's a fuel substitute that is cleaner than, of course, coal, but also it's just as clean as natural gas. And so it allows people who are using coal right now to burn that in their same burners, but then it also allows their carbon footprint to go down almost by 70%. So really it's a win-win for the city that we can haul our municipal solid waste to a WastAway facility, whether that be inside the city or it's somewhere else. They turn that into fuel. And now we were happy to announce that they now have a buyer for that fuel to be able to sell and to keep the process going. We're really excited. You know, this is just the first agreement that we've got as far as having a buyer. We think the sky's the limit from there. WastAway is working with TVA and our staff that the Gallatin coal plant that generates power for TVA, they burn 10,000 tons of coal a day. This gives the opportunity to be able to have a different alternative that not only would help the region in trash, but also help TVA in their emissions.
We had the chance to tag along when city and county officials took a tour of the WastAway facility in Morrison, Tennessee.
With a lot of people saying the Middle Point landfill will be full soon, The Murfreesboro City Council has been tasked with what the city will do with their solid waste going forward.
Well, it's definitely an issue for all of Murfreesboro and all of Rutherford County. What we do know is the Middle Point landfill is closing. What we thought would be 2027 has now looked like January 1st of 2026. So we know that we have a lot of solid waste in our city and in our county that we need to dispose of. And the question is, where is it going to go?
Darren Gore, Assistant City Manager, has been working on this problem since 2018 to find a solution and has found 4 choices the city has.
All the options were, there was about 4. One is transporting your garbage to another landfill. There's a clean MRF.
A clean MRF, which stands for Materials Recovery Facility, is a private business that accepts recycled materials separated by residents. It's collected by the city, the facility processes it, and the remaining trash is sent to a landfill.
There's a dirty MRF.
A dirty MRF, which accepts all trash, separates the recycled materials, and the rest is sent to a landfill.
And then this, the WastAway option, 90% diversion. I mean, there was nothing else that came close to it.
Our primary mission is to help end our country's dependence on landfills. And at WastAway, we can divert 90% of the municipal solid waste away from landfills and into beneficial reuse. We do that through our patented WastAway technology, which takes solid waste. We pull out the recyclable materials, the metals are pulled out, some of the plastics are pulled out, and then 70% of the end product is our SE3, which is a clean, sustainable fuel that's been approved by EPA for use in non-waste facilities.
WastAway is a Warren County-based company in Morrison, Tennessee, and opened their doors to give a presentation and tour of their facility, one of them being a newly elected city council member.
When I pulled up, I thought, am I in the wrong place? Because it looked so small, it wasn't intrusive. Believe me, it did not look like a landfill, and that's the best part, right? Walking around inside of it, there's no odor. It's very quiet. Actually, I walked in and I said, "Oh, is the plant closed today?" And he said, "Oh, no, it's just quiet." The truck's back fully into the facility and the doors closed, and then they scoop it up and take it over to the line where they begin to shred it and process it, and then it eventually becomes biofuel. I think that doing something with it other than dumping it on the ground around our neighborhoods and around our water source is a really good option.
Environmentally, I mean, you just heard if for every ton of this fuel that displaces coal, you get 1.7 tons of greenhouse gas emissions avoided. I mean, it's huge environmentally. So with the city's real focus on not wanting outside imported trash, the WastAway option just, it stood out.
At a recent city council workshop meeting, the council supported moving forward with more study of WastAway.
The council asked us to move forward with the development agreement and get something back to them by the end of November. That would create a framework on how this would look from a financing perspective. This is where Craig Tyndall, our city manager, really shines. He can really structure this thing and pull it together.
Obviously, we still have a lot of the logistics to work out, but I am here to say that it is as good as it sounds from standing here in the facility looking at the conveyor belts.
On May 19, 2022, the city shared exciting information about a group wanting to expand their company in Murfreesboro and planned the announcement at City Hall.
The City of Murfreesboro hosted an economic development conference at Murfreesboro City Hall to announce a $40 million investment on 18 acres on Medical Center Parkway and Gateway Boulevard.
It's my pleasure to announce that we have an exciting project that's coming to Murfreesboro, Notes Live Campus, that will be on Medical Center Parkway.
We've been working, really going all the way back to 2007 to somehow have an outdoor amphitheater here in the city, and our team has been working for many months with a group out of Colorado, J.W. Roth with Notes Live.
The Murfreesboro campus, in fact, will be the only campus that houses all 3 of our concepts. So the Bourbon Brothers Smokehouse and Tavern, which is 11,000 square foot 5-star smokehouse, and then it'll also house the Boot Barn Hall here, which will be between 1,500 and 2,000 concert goers inside, which is year round. And on top of all of that, we will have the sunset on the Stones River. I will go to about any place to see live music because I love live music. And a lot of the places I go, my wife won't go. So I had to build a place that not only would I go, but my wife would go. Because I figured if my wife would go, just like what we're going to build here, it's going to be classy enough that I can get everybody to want to go. Which means that, for my wife, she's not going to go to a place that has long lines in the bathroom, or unhandy parking, or sticky tables, or any place where you could possibly lose a tooth.
You're going to see people from all around the region that are going to want to come and experience this event. So now we're going to work through to make sure we got traffic taken care of, and we're ready for an exciting venue for Murfreesboro.
The city finalized the sale of the land Wednesday, December 21st, 2022 for the Notes Live development off of Medical Center Parkway. The Miracle League in Murfreesboro is a very active program that's run by the Murfreesboro Parks and Recreation Department. Players from all over the country came to Murfreesboro to compete in the game they love.
The City of Murfreesboro Parks and Recreation Department hosted the 2022 Miracle League All-Star Game, September 16th and 17th. 123 players from all over the United States and Mexico traveled to Murfreesboro for a weekend of festivities. Miracle League provides opportunities for individuals with disabilities to play baseball. This wouldn't have been able to take place without Project 1-4, a charitable foundation established by David Price.
We've been sending David pictures and videos all day, and I can tell he was excited to see how well it went. And I just sent him a video of the dance party, and his comment was, "That is so awesome."
Probably the thing that we were most excited about was being able to let these other people from other areas experience how we like to play baseball, and the Miracle League here in Murfreesboro, it truly is a special place. When the Miracle Field was built and we started partnering, of course we wanted to create this wonderful experience for our local players and individuals with special needs or disabilities. But it's gone so far beyond that. It's actually changed our family culture here in Murfreesboro by having our high school athletes come out and be buddies and work with our youth. It's literally changed how those kids are viewed in their schools, and it's just amazing what it's done.
I can't thank Murfreesboro enough for the passion they have for the Miracle League, the hard work, the effort, from the volunteers of the Parks and Rec to the city, to the Price family, to the parents of these children. The weekend has just been perfect.
The Parks and Recreation Department has amazing staff. The city was responsible for getting everyone to the ball field and to the hotel all day long, and they did a seamless job through our transportation department, our senior center. We started every game on time, and that's pretty rare.
I think the Miracle League children bring to the game something that our world needs now, and that's innocence, happiness, non-competitive, but at the same time wanting to do their best. It takes so many people to make such an awesome event like this happen. It just doesn't happen. And the hard work for the last year and a half they've been putting into it will always have a special memory in my heart, and I'm very grateful to them. So thank you.
Our most popular story of 2022 was a TikTok post of a Murfreesboro police officer giving an elderly woman a ride to her hair appointment. It turned out to be more than just a kind gesture.
It was this TikTok post by @SarahMarie988 on April 29th with the caption, "Just saw this Murfreesboro police officer take this adorable elderly lady to her hair appointment." So far, 160,000 views, more than 3,600 likes, and nearly 100 comments. So we did a little investigation of our own to find out the backstory. It was a routine day on patrol for Murfreesboro Police Field Training Officer Lance Hoffmeister.
I just was driving down Old Fort Parkway and noticed, what appeared to be a senior citizen walking down the highway with her walker.
Hoffmeister became concerned.
I didn't know if she wandered away. I didn't know if she was lost. I didn't know exactly what was going on, but is why I wanted to check on her.
The woman rode a WeGo bus from Nashville and had just been dropped off at a bus stop at Old Fort Park.
She was very bright, very sweet, and she just said that she was trying to get to her hair appointment.
She was scheduled to get a perm at the Paul Mitchell The School Murfreesboro at the Stones River Town Center.
Can you get your leg up there?
You just stand behind me so that.
Yep, no problem, I got you. You ready? Alright, you okay?
Yep.
Okay, where's your family?
The 1 mile ride gave Hoffmeister an opportunity to find out more about his newfound friend, 84-year-old Elizabeth Good.
She's such a sweet soul, and told me a couple stories along the way, but that was just a great moment.
The more and more they talked reminded Hoffmeister of someone close to his heart.
I lost my grandmother a couple years back, and it just kind of, gave me that feeling all over again of just the, I don't know, sincere, nostalgic kind of, I don't know, it was just a great feeling.
For Officer Hoffmeister, this simple gesture ranks at the top of all of his calls for service.
It was definitely a sweet moment, and I'll always remember it. Let's see how I can help you here. It's not very comfortable. For real. You ready?
Community policing at its best.
You're very welcome. I'm Lance Hoffmeister. Elizabeth Good. I'll never forget you.
Thank you a lot.
You're welcome. All right, no problem.
For Behind the Badge, I'm Larry Flowers.
The Murfreesboro chapter of Special Olympics held a huge two-day event at MTSU, giving athletes a place to compete for a spot at the state competitions.
The Special Olympics in Murfreesboro are back in a big way.
After 2 years without the games, this is our first opportunity to celebrate our athletes and to create an authentic competition for them to compete in.
Over 500 Special Olympic athletes gathered at MTSU over a two-day event, one day hosting high school and adults, the other elementary and middle school.
We're excited to offer it for all of our individuals with disabilities, intellectual and physical disabilities, but also the Special Olympics is a competition, so we're looking for those winners to can carry on and compete on the state level to represent Rutherford County.
The athletes compete in a variety of track and field events with volunteers from MTSU and local high school sports teams to help out and cheer them on.
They do traditional track and field events such as the 100-meter, the 50-meter. We have a 25-meter walk. We actually have a wheelchair race. And then we have our field events, which are softball throw and long jump. So participants are able to compete in up to 3 of those events.
Area 16 Director Thomas Laird says events like this are essential in not only giving these athletes a place to compete, but it also brings the community together.
Hey Mom and Dad, hey Mom, I know you guys see me.
Programs like this is what creates an inclusive community. We've got the MTSU baseball team and Central Magnet girls basketball team are here to work directly with our athletes, and it just creates an environment inclusion. I think this, along with other programs we're doing within the city, are helping to change our culture.
While the games are a blast for the athletes competing, as you can tell by their excitement, it's also fun and touching for everyone involved.
It's amazing. It really is. It's the joy and athletics brings a smile to your face anyways, but this population in particular, it definitely warms your heart and it makes you feel good to be able to be a part of something like this. It's so much bigger than us.
Winners from this event will go on to compete at the state level in Nashville. For more information on the Special Olympics here in Middle Tennessee, visit specialolympics.tn.org. For CityTV, Michael Linn White.
A Barfield Elementary School teacher won a very prestigious national award April 7th, 2022.
For over 35 years, the Milken Educator Award, an initiative of the Milken Family Foundation in Santa Monica, California, have rewarded top educators from around the country an unrestricted cash award. To date, more than 2,800 awards have been given out, totaling $70 million. The senior vice president from the foundation, as well as Tennessee's Education Commissioner and Governor Bill Lee, all made a visit to Black Fox Elementary to find the next Milken Award recipient that had no idea of the upcoming accolade.
The you probably don't know anything about the Milken Foundation, but the foundation knows a lot about you. Oh, yes. Even in California, we heard about your school and your staff. In my job, I travel around the whole country visiting schools, and I heard you have the best elementary students in Tennessee. Is it true? I'm here to tell you a secret. You know how hard it is to keep a secret, and I had to keep the secret while I was traveling the 2,000 miles to get to your school today. And before we leave, all of you will know the secret too.
Dr. Foley has a clever way of explaining to the students and teachers how much money the award winner will get.
How much cash would that be?
$25.
$25. All right. Okay. So now what do we have?
$250.
So now 200. We're getting somewhere, right? You'd want $250 to say thank you for your excellence. I know I would.
$2,500. $25,000.
It's $25,000, and the teacher can use the $25,000 any way that he or she chooses.
Governor Lee was the lucky one to actually reveal the winner of the prestigious award.
And we're very proud of the teachers that we have in this state. We have the best state in the country. We have the best teachers in America. And Black Fox has been recognized as a school that has one of the very best top teachers in all of America. And that's why we're here today, to celebrate that teacher. So I'm very proud to announce that the Milken Educator Award this year goes to your teacher, Raven Brooks.
I truly care about the students, and I think that means so much. We truly owe them so much. And the parents, they trust us with their babies, that we get to love on them and that we get to instill some life lessons even early on. And so it's such a huge responsibility to be a teacher.
She was one of my favorite teachers. I loved being in her class.
We have 13 amazing schools in this district, and every school in this district is full of amazing principals, amazing teachers, amazing staff. We are so proud of Raven. She is so deserving, and we are excited about the great things she has coming.
Oh my goodness, we are thrilled, so excited that we were able to honor Mrs. Brooks. She is a phenomenal teacher and such a great example for all of our staff and students here at Black Fox.
I just almost don't even have the words when I think about what an honor this has been. When I think about so many deserving teachers, not only here at Black Fox, but in the district in general, in the state of Tennessee, this is the last thing I thought was going to happen today, so I'm a little bit out of words, but this is just an amazing, amazing honor.
Local artist Robin Cadell didn't expect her first ever gallery show to be such a hit with our viewers, but her story was one of our most viewed of the year, inspiring the community that it's never too late to follow your dreams.
With her first ever solo exhibit titled Artistic Candy at the Murfreesboro Center for the Arts, local artist Robin Cadell shares her creative process and what inspires her.
I have always really been into creativity ever since I was really young, but I wanted to be a fashion designer when I was younger, and I really kind of did a lot with fabric, and I just started getting into paper. There are a few paper pieces and paint within maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. So I saw a lot of things on Pinterest and I wanted to try them, and that's how I got started. I went to school for fashion merchandising. I was really inspired by Princess Diana. When she got married, I wanted to be a fashion designer and design bridal. And then I decided, I don't know if I really want to get into that, but I loved fashion and actually got into retail.
After working in retail for years, she decided to try her hand at her own creations.
I started getting into selling and creating a dog collar line, and so was doing a lot of creative things with dogs. And I just started seeing different things. I want to try this, I want to try that. Things just kind of come full circle, where I have made a few pieces where paper looks like fabric. I've used some things from my fashion where I really get into color. And so color has really made me feel very inspired.
After her successful pet line, she decided to get her hands into whatever she could.
I do a little bit of everything now. There's a big movement for a lot of things being handmade, so macrame and needle punch and that kind of thing. So you'll see a few pieces of mine that are more fiber wrapped. And then I've also gotten back into paper. I really am a multi-medium artist, so everything, I try a little bit of everything. I'll paint a few pieces, and then I'll create a few paper pieces, and then I'll really kind of go whatever inspires me. Everything sparks joy with me now, and I want to go home and make all the things. I want to make everything.
So, what advice does Cadell have for other aspiring artists?
Just start. Just paint. Just find something, a color that makes you feel excited. You can YouTube videos about how to do things. I think that sometimes people feel like they aren't creative or they can't do something because they didn't go to school. But if you feel like you should paint, then you should just go find something that makes you feel excited and do it. The great thing about art is there's no right or wrong, and it's a great way to express yourself.
When asked why the arts are so important in the community, Cadell tells us that it's something she is very passionate about.
Art is so unifying for the community, and right now there's been so much going on with COVID and so much negativity in the world. It's so important to be able to get out and experience culture. It's uplifts your soul, it makes you happy, it brings a sense of peace and calm. It's fantastic to be able to interact with local artists and encourage them, encourage their processes. The Center for the Arts is a fantastic place to come and support people that are performing. You know, we love this area in, this place in Murfreesboro, and it would just be great for everyone to come out and support your local art community.
Cadell's exhibit has been one of the most successful shows at the gallery. Make sure to check her out on Facebook at R. Jackson Creative. For CityTV, Michael Linn White.
We are excited that we partnered with PAWS of Rutherford County in 2022 to bring you the Pet of the Month. Here's the newest pet, Meatball. Meatball is a 3-year-old pup who is now on the hunt for a new home. The Alaskan Husky mix is a snackaholic and highly treat motivated with a will to learn. So far, he has mastered the art of sit, lay down, and shake. Meatball has a loyal heart, one that craves attention. His playful spirit does not go unnoticed as he loves to jump up and give kisses when he can. Meatball is full of smiles and cannot wait to play with you. PAWS tells us that Meatball is dog selective, which means he may be reactive to some but not all dogs. PAWS requires meet and greets with slow introductions of any other pet in the home prior to adoption to make sure he would be a good fit for your family. This sweet boy has been neutered and is up to date on all vaccines. For more information about Meatball or for other dogs and cats available for adoption, contact PAWS at 615-898-7740 or email them at paws@rutherfordcountytn.gov. Mayor Shane McFarland recognized Assistant Recreation Facility Coordinator Larico Flowers for his quick response in distinguishing a brush fire on the grounds of Patterson Park Community Center. Larico was honored during the regular City Council meeting December 8, 2022. Larico Flowers began his employment with the City of Murfreesboro on July 6, 2021. Larico is the son of Murfreesboro Police Department PIO Larry Flowers. The purpose of the STARS Award is to recognize and reward those employees who go beyond their normal job duties in providing outstanding customer service to internal and external customers. City Manager Craig Tyndall has named Matt Jarrett as the new Information Technology Director for the City of Murfreesboro. City managers introduced Jarrett, who has worked in the city's IT department since 2008, and as the new director December 6, 2022. Jarrett, who holds a bachelor's degree in Management and Human Relations from Trevecca University, replaces Chris Lilly, who served as IT Director from 2012 to 2021. Well, that's it for this edition of In the City. As always, for more information about the City of Murfreesboro or any of the stories you've seen here, you can always visit our website at www.murfreesborotn.gov. And if you want to see any of the stories that you've seen today or catch up on some of the latest city news, you can always visit the City of Murfreesboro's YouTube channel. I'm Michael Linn White, and we want to wish everyone a Happy New Year. And until next time, we look forward to seeing you in the city.